Welcome to this explainer. Let's just dive right in, shall we? Around election season, it feels like we are constantly bombarded by political parties. Between the endless attack ads on TV, politicians awkwardly kissing babies, and that relentless flood of annoying text messages on our phones, it is a lot. But today, we're going to cut through all that noise to dissect the actual mechanics behind them. What is their real role, and what is their underlying responsibility to us? It really prompts a fundamental question. What is a political party supposed to do? Now, I know that sounds like a super simple question on the surface, but I want you to try and think beyond the campaign ads, the yard signs cluttering up your neighborhood, and those catchy, kind of superficial slogans we always see flooding our social media feeds. What is the actual day-to-day function of these organizations? Seriously, is a political party literally just a group that supports a specific candidate, or is it just a massive, well-funded campaign machine? It is incredibly common to view parties merely as these temporary pop-ups built entirely around popular individuals. But as we're going to explore today, based on our source material, that's actually a huge misconception, and one that honestly undermines the health of our civic life. So, here is our roadmap for today. 1. What are political parties? 2. 5 roles in governance. 3. Personality versus platform. And 4. Strengthening our democracy.
Section 1. What are political parties? By definition, a political party is an organized group of people who share political ideas, goals, or platforms and seek to gain public office through elections. Now, the absolutely crucial point here is that they aren't just a fan club cheering for a winner or some pop-up shop that only exists to pop champagne on election night. No, they're the vital connective tissue in a democratic system. They are meant to link us, the citizens, with candidates, public issues, and government programs all into one cohesive vision for governance. They should help us understand public issues, not just distract us from them.
Moving right along to Section 2, 5 roles in governance. Okay, so a functioning political party actually has 5 core responsibilities in our system. They present platforms, select and support candidates, organize public participation, form the government or the opposition, and promote accountability. Let's look a little closer at how this political engine is actually supposed to operate under the hood.
First up, presenting platforms. Think of this as their master blueprint. It's all about offering concrete ideas for the things that impact our everyday lives, right? We're talking education, health, jobs, the environment, peace and order, and transportation. A party should be explicitly laying out what they plan to do about these public concerns if they win. This isn't just a wish list, it's practically a working contract with you, the voter.
So once that platform is pitched, candidates are picked, and we, the public, actually participate in an election, the results lead to another crucial role, forming the government or the opposition. We all know the winners get to lead, but what is truly fascinating is the role of the losing party. Even when a party loses, they still play an absolutely vital democratic role. They serve as the opposition. Their job is to actively check and question those in power. Without a strong opposition party asking the tough questions, well, there's just no balance.
And that ties perfectly into the 5th role, promoting accountability. Parties don't just point fingers at the other side, they have a massive internal responsibility too. A true political party polices its own house. It holds its own members accountable to the promises, values, and platforms they campaigned on. Plus, by organizing public participation through campaigns and education, they give regular citizens the tools to hold those leaders accountable too.
All right, Section 3, personality versus platform.
Imagine a school election with 2 student groups running. Group A's entire pitch is basically, hey, vote for us because we're popular and cool. Meanwhile, Group B presents actual clear plans. They want to improve communication, organize student support activities, and clean up the campus. This perfectly contrasts a vanity campaign with a real political organization. Group B acts like a responsible political group because they're giving voters an actual basis for decision-making, while Group A is literally just riding on vanity and personal loyalty.
Which brings us to a really critical reflection question. Take a second and think about your own habits here. Should voters choose only based on the candidate themselves, or should they also look at the broader party and its platform? Because let's be honest, it is so incredibly easy to get caught up in the charisma of a single person up there on a debate stage. Well, ultimately, voters really need to look at both. Yes, a candidate's character absolutely matters. Obviously, we want leaders with integrity. But platforms and party values reveal what kind of governance that candidate will actually support and enact once the cameras are off. The platform is the substance. It tells you exactly what ideas they are bringing into the legislative chamber.
Which brings us to our final part. Section 4, Strengthening Our Democracy.
There is a stark contrast we all need to be aware of when it comes to the survival and health of a democracy. When parties are weak, meaning they are organizations based entirely on personal loyalty, popularity, convenience, or pure political advantage, the whole system kind of crumbles. Conversely, a strong democracy relies on parties that actively help citizens compare structural ideas and programs, not just personalities. A robust democratic system literally requires comparable ideas to thrive. Let's do a really quick recap of those 5 key roles we covered, but let's focus deeply on why they actually matter to you. When a party presents a platform, it matters because it gives us a concrete blueprint for the future. When they serve as the opposition, it matters because it keeps power in check. Connecting these actions to their actual democratic purpose, rather than just treating politics like a team sport, is exactly how we become informed participants. Our source material wraps this all up with this incredibly powerful quote, perfectly summarizing the ultimate ideal of what a political party should be. They are strongest when they focus on principles, platforms, and public service. That is the absolute gold standard right there. When a party shifts its focus away from those 3 pillars and just turns into a popularity contest, it completely loses its fundamental democratic purpose. And that leaves us with one final provocative thought to ponder today. Knowing what you know now about the structural importance of ideas and accountability, in the next election, are you going to be voting for a personality or will you be voting for a platform? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep asking the right questions, and I'll catch you next time.